Hello, everybody. It is imperative as always that you like and subscribe to the podcast. I can never stress that enough. It sounds ridiculous. It sounds stupid. Like, what's the point of me logging into this link and just watching, putting a thumbs up? It does more than you know. So if you're taking time to listen to this, please take the time to do that. That helps us a lot. This episode today is with local artist BD80. Surprisingly young cat. It was a good time. I do want to mention before the episode, I do feel bad. I felt like it was kind of a shorter episode. It was only about under a half hour. I did a episode the day previously with Jesse Trigger, I should say. And that which is going to be aired later. And I felt like my energy just kind of was not there. I also had a lot of school and personal stuff going on, moving into a new place. So I just wanted to give that apology up front. I felt like I wasn't necessarily the best interview. I didn't necessarily have as many questions as I would have liked. So to be a Brody, I apologize if you had any disappointments at the beginning of the episode. Yeah. Anyways, not to start on that sour of a note, it was still a great episode. So without further ado, here it is, motherfuckers. Hello, everybody. You're watching / listening to the McAllister Hours. I'm your host, as always, Cole McAllister. Today, we're joined by a very special guest, BD80.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
What's up? Just chilling. Just another Saturday here in the podcast. As we were saying before, this is like one of the last few episodes. I feel really bad because we were about to start the live, but obviously we're watching it a couple days later than usual, so we're recording it. But that is fine, man. So BD80, what's the origin of that name? Where'd you come up with that?
So actually, my name is Brody, but back in like kindergarten, like in elementary school type shit, my friends would call me like BroDog80. Yeah. And so that's or they called me BroDog. And then when I went to go sign up for Instagram, back when that was like popping, I would went on there and it said BroDog is taken and recommended BroDog80. So then I went from that. And then just kind of as I've grown up, BD80 just seems more professional than BroDog80, so I've just kind of took on that approach. So
the algorithm can take some copyright from your name, I guess.
Yep. Just gotta trust the plan, man.
Damn, that's cool though. So like, what's like what kind of? I guess I've listened to a little bit of your music.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like sounds gonna sound really old school, but like more the Juice WRLD, like SoundCloud type of music.
I suppose, but we really have. I mean,
you would say you have a more unique sound than that.
Yes, I definitely tried to be more unique with this, especially with this last project. I mean, it's 39 tracks long.
Holy shit!
Yeah, an hour 41 minutes full listen through.
God damn.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
So, and that's what our name is. Our group name is 39.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. And originally, when we kind of first thought of it, it was just kind of like. In our head, it was just kind of like first a concept, just like, well, we love listening to music, but there's like never enough new music to listen to, like that's strange, and like we kind of like listening to different stuff, and we just figured since our name was 39 anyways, because we just kind of like came up with that someday randomly, just felt the gut feeling like that's what the name was, man. Mm-hmm. You gotta trust the force. Yeah, and just kind of like thought of that and figured, well, why not just release 39 bangers if they're all good tracks and they're all 39 good tracks, man? It'd be a really good fucking album.
Right there.
All right, it was a good fucking album, man. I had a lot of fun making it. We both did, honestly. Yeah, damn. The whole group.
What was the process for making that? Like, how long did it take? Like, who produced it? All that.
Everything was produced within the three of us, the group.
Okay.
Just literally on our phones, and we recorded with like our little fucking Apple earbuds in our cars, sitting out there. Fucking, we would get stoned some nights and just go fucking smoke and record music and just make like freestyle shit and write down and just make it kind of as we're passing by time. And eventually we kind of just compiled a collection of songs that we like really were starting to mess with and we're fucking with, you know, and just figured just throw it in one big compilation and just see how it turns out.
That's an interesting dynamic. I don't know if
and we're just kind of like speaking like what's, you know, you just kind of go what's in the moment and just speak what's on your mind at the time, you know, and it's just some real talk, and you just get up and talk on the mic, you know, and just spit some catchy shit, you know.
So like, what's like when you say that, like, what's some of like the thematic content of your music? Then would you say?
I mean, I'd say there's definitely a lot of darker lyrics, like just more depressing type shit, kind of like emo type shit. But I try to be really unique and like just real about my talk, and not try to take on like that kind of like fake. I feel like when it first started off, kind of like with XXX Tentacion and like Juice WRLD, it was like really signature. But I feel like as it's kind of gone on, a lot of people just kind of like cloned and just kind of feel more like fake and just like they're trying to be somebody else that they aren't, you know. So when I was making it, I just tried to be like as real as I could with my lyrics and just what was going on in my life, no matter how like depressing or how fucked up it was, what was going on in my head that time. I just kind of spit it out and wrote it down, and I just wanted to put myself out into the world. So like with this album, we were really just trying to communicate like everything that's going on in our lives and building up for the last 2 years since we've been building up this group. We just wanted to go in and just tell our story and get our truth out to the world, man.
That's tight. I mean, I think that's what anyone's trying to do.
Yeah.
But finding a unique way to do that is
exactly
the way to go.
And we take a lot of different approaches. Like there's a lot of like heavier trap, like City Morgue type, like headbang and rocker out.
Okay.
But then there's also like some lighter shit like Juice WRLD or like XXXTentacion type shit, like singing, and a lot of catchy shit. I mean, Stranger, just like different approaches. We tried to just spent a lot of time on just YouTube, going through just exploring. You know, YouTube's a big rabbit hole, man. There's a lot of shit you find on there. Spent a lot of time exploring through different sounds and beats and what we found, and just tried to find what expressed us the most, you know.
Hell yeah. So like, what are like some of your influences then? Would you say for what you do?
So like my top 5.
Yeah,
sure. Say like my top 5 biggest influentials. I would say XXXTentacion, obviously. Juice WRLD, really like Mac Miller and ASAP Rocky, and on some old shit like Wu-Tang, and
hell yeah,
I really fuck with Old Dirty Bastard was my favorite out of that group.
Hey, same here actually. He's like he had such like a raw vibe to him.
Yeah, and that's what, and you know Danny Brown, I listen to him a lot lately.
Yeah, they're very similar.
I really fuck with him. He's
dirty,
exactly.
and raw, and just like
that's what I try to. That's kind of the sound I try to emulate in all my songs, man. I try to get like just raw as fuck, you know.
Hell yeah.
And with BD80, you know, it kind of sounds like like it's just letters and numbers, you know. So it's kind of like robotic type stuff, and I kind of had like I try to get like a more robotic feel to my kind of music, you know, just the way it like echoes off in your ears and comes off with the acoustics and everything. And I spent a lot of time like mixing like the reverb and all that shit, and spent a lot of time like just perfecting it to how I wanted to make it feel. And I feel like it expresses just what 39, just what we represent, and like the sound I wanted to bring out into the world.
So I'm not really like that familiar with the whole thing with the numbers and like the significance, but what is there like a certain significance behind 39?
It's just like I myself, I'm a big fan of Star Wars. You know?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know, there's like C-3PO, like R2-D2, just all those kind of stuff. As the years went on, I just kind of like thought BD80 just kind of fits in that kind of category. And I watched a lot of Star Wars anyways, and I like a lot of my life theories. I feel like just kind of goes with the Force, man. Like trying to trust what I'm feeling at the time, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So that's why it's just kind of like the futuristic feel. I just kind of wanted to be like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like Star Wars is you find that sprinkled in like, you know, all of hip hop. There's like that weird nerd
just that
influence.
Exactly. Just that kind of like tweaky, like just
tweaky. That's good. That's a good descriptor.
That's how I love to describe it.
That's a good descriptor. Shit, that's rad, man.
Exactly.
What have you gotten the chance to perform it like, or anything? Like you're pretty young. You're 17, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So like how long have you been doing all this?
So I'd say the last 2 or 3 years, I've been. It really all it started off was first like shit got hard in my life, and started off, and I was in a lot of depression and stuff when I was like 14 and 15, and that's when I started like vaping, started experimenting with drugs, and then I started smoking weed. But as soon as I started smoking weed, I was a total dumbass and smoked it in my mom's basement and thinking it wouldn't smell and they wouldn't smell it. But that plan blew up on me, and then they called the cops on me, and so I got kicked out of my mom's house, and that was a big wake-up call for me.
Damn.
And my girlfriend dumped me at the time, so it was just like everything kind of fell apart in my world at the time. And I was just living with my dad in a whole new different town, so it was just like it was just like a complete reset, you know, like my whole world fell apart at the time. But in the end, it all works out for the best, you know. So then from there, I just kind of like spent a lot of time relying on smoking weed to just chill out and take care of my problems, you know. And I spent a lot of time in my bedrooms just bored, nothing to do, nobody to hang out with. So and I love listening to music so much, and I was just like, someday I just randomly decided, well, if I love listening to music so much, wouldn't I love listening to my own music even more? So then I just decided to go and try making my own shit. And at first I was proud of it at the time, but it was really bad to say the least.
Yeah. I feel like your art's always bad when you look back.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. But I mean, just over the years, it's accumulated, and I've learned a lot from the like mistakes and stuff I made from the past. And I feel like all those kind of bad decisions have built up, and then you know, like you learn and you live. You just like learn from everything. All your mistakes make you who you are as a person, you know. And like the bad shit just kind of builds who you are, you know.
Yeah. Damn.
And I just try to learn everything from like all the bad shit that's happened for me, and like just see the best outcome in it as possible, you know.
So would you say you're in a better place overall with all that?
Exactly, definitely. I'm in a much better place in my life, especially now that my music, I've kind of found my sound and really been able to express that, and just had lyrics flowing through my mind, like able to just spit that out like freestyle stuff. And I've felt better the last couple weeks than I have like ever in my life, man. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a different like world. I'm just in BD80 39 takeover.
Damn.
We're taking over the world type shit.
Yeah. Do you think like COVID, the time of COVID has like helped you kind of like focusing on that too?
It definitely did, because it kind of brought upon, you know, everybody kind of brought upon that more isolated, and just, it was just a dark time at the time, you know, for everybody kind of in a way. It was just weird times.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of raw music is going to come out of this.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's just a lot of time spent with yourself and just experimenting with your own sounds. So I definitely had a lot of time that I went through and was able to find the unique sound that I liked. And, I mean, it's just perfect timing now that it's working out how it is. Now that hopefully the COVID shit is getting cleared up with, and hopefully in the next upcoming few months we'll be taken care of, man. Hopefully. So,
yeah, you can hope. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, because I think as soon as that COVID stuff like starts getting better and going away, I think music industry is gonna. I mean, every industry is gonna be greatly benefited from that. So it's a good time to be popping off. Yeah.
Yeah. I really hope like the summer we'll see a lot of
That's what I'm hoping of. Is it's gonna be a good fucking summer.
If anything, people are gonna be outside.
Exactly. You just gotta get out and live life, man.
Yeah. I think everyone's sick of COVID, you know.
Yeah. Say the least. I mean, everyone understands. Yeah.
Exactly. This episode of the podcast today is brought to you by Facebook. Do you have a voice? Do you have an opinion? Well, fuck you, because you don't get it. We do not care what you have to say or what you think. If you don't align within our train of mind and our mode of how we do things, you're fucked, man. You're not going to be in the platform. We just banned an entire fucking country. We just banned the entire country of Australia from Facebook. Their entire news media circuit. How dare they tell the truth? How dare they say that there's no extreme and no biases? These motherfuckers. Look at me. I'm getting So Facebook has paid me so much money that I still have this dinky ass studio, and I am that enthralled and that irritated about the country of Australia. Everybody, go buy stock on Facebook. This podcast is also brought to you by the Clinton Waste Incorporation. Do you have someone, an ex-girlfriend, a boss, former lover that you find bothering you constantly, insulting you, doing horrible, mischievous things? Well, here at the Clinton Waste Incorporated, they kill the people that you don't want. The people that you don't want in your life. The people that are just a nuisance. Calling you, swearing at you, telling you fucking suck. Well, at the Clinton Waste Incorporation, they can just kill them. And then you don't have to worry about it. Ask former user Hillary Clinton. She's had a number of very reputable experiences with this company. They have gotten rid of quite a few key witnesses in the email leaks, and that can be a whole other episode on the podcast, sponsored by them, of course, that we could get into that. But the main thing to know is, guys, if you got someone to murder, call Clinton Waste Inc. That's 1-800-MURDER. So you kind of mentioned this before, and I hate to like put you in a corner or whatever, but
yeah.
I am curious about, you mentioned Rehab.
Yeah.
What were your experiences in that? Did like getting kicked out have anything to do with that? Like what?
So yeah, when I went through that phase where I got kicked out and dumped and was at a really low point in my life, I was just kind of like relying on weed and alcohol and drugs to just kind of get me through every day, and eventually got to a really bad phase where I was abusing like over-the-counter drugs like Benadryl and triple C's and DXM, stuff like that. So
God damn, like getting high off that?
Yeah, it was getting really fucked up, like for like multiple months at a time. Like just, it was not a good place, man. It was strange times, but
so I maybe you don't want to go into this, but I'm honestly curious. Like,
I want to be completely upfront. I mean, I'm fucking glad about my past. I'm positive. Like, I'm proud of it to be who I am. Like, you know.
Well, like, I guess like how would you use those drugs to like how do you get high on Benadryl? Like,
Man,
how does that work?
Like you take like, you know, they're so weak. Like it's only fucking like 25 milligrams of Benadryl, right?
Yeah.
And I would take like fucking like 20 or 30 of them in a night.
Oh shit.
It was bad, man. Yeah.
Did that like fuck up your stomach and shit like
it
that?
Did.
Or?
It did more, yeah, but because I was like in the mines, you know, they're fucking like disassociative, so they make you.
Oh, okay.
They make you just like really disassociated, and you don't know what's going on, and you kind of hallucinate, and it feels like really real around you. So I would like hallucinate like my dad coming into my room talking to me and like yelling at me, mad that I was sitting in my room tripping balls or whatever, and then he would just like disappear out of nowhere, and I was tweaking in my bedroom off nothing. Like, it was bad times at the time, but I think through all of it, I mean, I've grown and learned and recovered, and
damn,
good
for
made
you.
the better of me. I mean, I feel I'm proud of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I made it through that, so that's, in my mind, that's just more shit that I've made it through, the stronger person I am, you know?
Yeah, no, that's great. I will say definitely one of the odder stories I've heard of people.
I can understand. Yes.
Oh my god.
It's not very common.
So this is gonna be disgusting. You might hate me for mentioning this, but I had a friend who was telling me, what is it called again, Molly? Dare we even pull this up? The one that we were talking about. Oh, I don't remember. So what you do is you shit and piss in a jar. You seal it for like 2 weeks, and you can smell the fumes, and you get high off it.
Oh, I've heard about that before.
It's called Jenkins, I think, or something like that.
What the fuck, man? You know, people actually do that shit, man.
People have done that. People have gotten high off their shit.
There's some fucked up ways to get high in this world, man. There's a lot of fucking substances out there. I tell you that. I've been on my corners of the internet. And I've seen I've seen that shit, man.
Jenkem. Oh,
fuck.
Jenkem is an inhalant and hallucinogen created from fermented human waste in the mid 1990s.
What the fuck?
Oh, jeez. Wait. It was reported to be popular street drug among Zambian children? What?
I mean, children probably isn't like teenagers.
Oh. Still, though. God damn, man.
Stupid people are willing to do anything, man.
Guys, don't do that.
I know. Tweakers will be tweakers. You just gotta leave them alone, man.
You can't let them rule the world.
Exactly.
God, jeez. So like, how have you been? Like, have you been in high school through all this like COVID stuff? I'm always curious, like how.
So yeah, at first it was before last summer, the end of the school year. You know, was when it kind of first took over, and we all kind of went on lockdown at our homes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then this upcoming school year, we've been going like half days, and now just this upcoming semester, we've been going back full time. So now I'm back in the routine of full schedule, going to school 5 days a week.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you guys wear masks?
Yeah, we have to wear masks all times.
Damn, that sucks.
I mean, yeah, but I feel pretty dope walking through the hallways with my little.
Do you have like a custom mask or something like that?
Just a little like black one, man. I just keep my hood up and just kind of
like the elitist mask.
Yeah.
Do you think masks will ever go away?
I fucking hope so, but yeah. I mean, I really hope they do because I don't know. It's just weird. Everything's kind of off, you know.
Yeah. There's civil unrest. There's a lot of different crazy shit going on. Did you hear about the Facebook ban with Australia?
What's that about?
So Facebook basically, they took I haven't talked about this in the podcast. They took every Australian news source and banned them from the site. And anyone that lives in Australia can't post any news to Facebook.
What?
Because they post, Australia's probably been one of the most non-biased sources. They've actually have reported report openly and everything going on, and they don't like that. So.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's just so weird how some people are just want to silence other people out, you know? I mean, I hate all that.
Yeah, the mass censorship and all that.
Exactly.
What do you think about Trump getting censored?
I mean, I feel like not necessarily you have to agree with everything he's saying. It's just if people want to talk, you just let them speak freely. Let them you take in their opinion. He's lived his own life. He's gone through his shit. You know, he's figured out his path, and he's a successful American. I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing to a certain extent. So,
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
everybody has their own opinions.
Exactly. Well, at the end of the day, it is these companies are taking on the roles of governments essentially. Yeah. I mean, especially with this Australia ban, that's like if the U.S. government was hey, we're gonna cut off Australia. That's essentially what that is.
Pretty much. I know.
Silicon Valley, man.
God. It's fucked up.
Shit. And yeah, and then that everything with Wall Street just happened. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I've heard don't buy any stock. I don't think you're supposed to buy stock right now in the GameStop because I think isn't it, Molly? You should check that. What the stock in GameStop is right now.
Oh yeah, GameStop. That shit. I've fucking heard about that. That shit blew up.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Did you notice how nobody talked about it when it happened?
I know.
It was only on Reddit. None of the news media source. Jimmy Kimmel went on and he said it was the Russians. Yeah, because the Russians who want to destroy America, they want to buy in American stocks and help American companies. Yeah. Oh, okay, so it went back up a little bit. Well, that's today. Is there a way you can make it over a daily thing? Yeah, do it. Okay, yeah, it's dropping. It's dropping again. Yes, don't buy stock in GameStop. If you're at that peak right there, you're solid. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, so I've heard arguments where people say, you know, the system is still rigged and they're still playing the system, so that aspect of it is fucked up. But I love that the little guy won for once. Like, I think it's a move in the right direction. Like, it's a move in a true, like, capitalistic free market society.
I mean, exactly. You know, like, everyone, you gotta give everyone, like, yeah. I don't know.
You gotta give everyone a chance to do their shit.
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. Shit, man. Do you have any other projects in the works besides that one?
I mean, now that we kind of cleared up our group project and bringing out who we all are together as a sound, we kind of just tried to get that out as fast as possible, and we were just kind of trying to, not necessarily as fast as possible. We took our time and made it a really good sounding album and everything. I'm fucking impressed as my pat on my back to myself for it, but not like to brag or anything. I think it's a pretty good rap album.
Hey, man. You sound like a rapper.
Fuck yeah, man. I mean, you got to be a rapper to be a rapper, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, and I always joke, that's why I do a podcast, because, like, I'm not the kind of person who can, like, get up and be like, yeah. You know?
I feel you, yeah.
I let other people do that on my show.
Exactly, yeah.
How many people are in your group, would you say?
We've got 3 people.
Okay.
Just me and him and then one other friend that work together, like, kind of consistently on it. But, I mean, we're, like, open to working with new artists and communicating with new people, like, on daily connections, daily trying to make new connections type shit, yeah.
So, and you guys are all the same age, around high school?
Yeah, I'm 17, he's 16. And
So, I'm curious, like, we've had a couple younger guys on before. What are your thoughts, like, competing, well, quote-unquote competing, like, you're trying to put yourself out there in the music world. Like, how does that feel being your age?
Honestly, I mean, at first, I was kind of scared of it, but I don't look at it as competing at all, you know? I mean, the way I look at it as music is, like, we're all fucking just in this shit together, just trying to make good shit that everybody wants to listen to. So fucking just everybody get together. My ultimate, like, goal and idea for what 39 to become is just fucking all of, like, the best top minds in the rap game just fucking come together on one 39-track album and just fucking put together the best album ever type shit.
Yeah,
it's my ultimate envision and goal for my life.
Hell yeah. And, you know, I think I don't know if, you know, how much of the show you've seen, but I think from this alone, like, there's a spectacle of so many artists.
Exactly. There's so many different, and there's so many different combinations you can make. You can go infinitely for
all different subgenres and like, groups of people and everything.
Everybody's got their own style and unique flow. Like,
yeah, for sure. Shit, man. I think these are all my notes. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to mention. Was there anything else you had in mind and want to talk about, or anything else you want to say maybe before we wrap up?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I was just trying to kind of excited to get my name out into the world and kind of put across the message that I want to get across, you know, just fucking spread across positive vibes and get everybody listening to our new music and
hell yeah,
fucking bump that shit. Just go live your life, man.
Yeah, and they can find it on SoundCloud, right?
Exactly. You spell it THXRTY9INE 39.
Oh, okay.
So it's spelled out weird, but yeah. The name of the album itself is just the letters 39.
Okay.
And there's gonna be like 39 Volume 2 or 39 V2, whatever. Eventually in the upcoming years someday.
Oh, okay.
We'll try to top this project somehow.
Well, we'll put those links in the description and all that.
All right, awesome, yeah.
Cool, man. Well, I think this is a good place to wrap up.
Awesome, yeah. I'm so happy to be here and get my name out and talk to you, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time. Like I said, I'm really sorry we couldn't go live.
No, I mean, it's cool with me, man. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah. Hey, and like I said, I'm glad we can get you in before we move and all that. So.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, man. Hey, you have a good night, everybody. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to have Lil Babyface Swallow, a good friend, and we're going to hash it out with some cigars and all that. So, have a good time. So, all right, everybody. Peace out. Have a good night.
Stream my fucking music, man. Let's good shit.
Check it out. All right. Peace. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into today's episode with BD80. It was a hell of a time as always. I wish him luck on his endeavors with his massive album that he has coming out with him and his crew, 39. Look forward to that. Stay tuned. Next week, we are going to have an episode with Lil Babyface's Walla, an old friend. That's going to be our send-off for it's not going to be the last episode chronologically that's released, but it's going to be the last one in real time that we're doing here. So a really special event. A lot of whiskeys, a lot of cigars. I'm hoping that we can hit the 3-hour mark at least and just go for however long and just have a great time. So as always, thanks to everybody for tuning in and listening. Hope you all have a good night. Peace out, motherfuckers. Woo!